An avatar is someone who keeps peace in the world. He's the only person that can bend air, water, earth, and fire all together. And with that responsibility, comes great risk.
What I loved about the show and wanted the movie to be the same way was the idea that our hero was told his responsibilities and destiny too early, too young. You know, in the show, there's actually a moment where they say they don't normally tell the person that's going to be the avatar until they're 16, but they had to tell him because they knew a war was coming, so they told him at 12. And the reason you don't tell someone until they're 16 is because it's just too much to handle.
It's a lot of responsibility, and he learned it when he was 12. He loves all his people, and he always cares about life. It would be so hard. It's like saying they just pushed him into it way too fast.
They say, hey, you're not going to have a normal life. You have to give up all these things, and you're responsible to everything else. And he had a bad reaction to it, you know, a kid reaction to it, saying, I'm gonna take you away from all your friends and everything you've ever dreamed of, and you have to do this other thing. And he reacts like a kid, and he runs away.
You know, it's kind of like the table.
So they just literally shoved him into something that was way too fast, way too hard, and he doesn't want to go into this yet. That's the whole story of the movie.
Run away.
That idea of a normal reaction that could cause catastrophic results was really, really intriguing. Aang's major issue is that he's lost his family, directly related to him and his suffering. You know, he ran away, and when he came back, they're all gone.
The idea was that he was from this peaceful time and this peaceful people, and the world was now like war-torn, and everyone, you know, sort of had this heavy load on their shoulders. But that he was just like this breath of fresh air from this fresh time, you know, where he was a little more hopeful. He stuck to his values. He's vegetarian, won't use bladed weapons, you know. And then, you know, when he did hurt people, when he was in the Avatar state and he was just wrathful, you know, he talks to the guru. He's like, I hurt all these people. You know, he feels this remorse and he's dealing with it. It's something you never see in action stories.
It's influences of Buddhist, Hinduism, just Eastern philosophy in general that was kind of intriguing to see, I guess, an American network and being seen by American children and American families.
The thing that translates really well from the TV show to the film is just the heart of the show and the spiritual nature of the show. For all the little story changes and whatever that might be different, it's like the heart of the story and Aang's journey and his relationship with Katara and all those kind of character dynamics are still there and they still resonate. And it's just great to see them on this bigger stage.
Well, the very first thing we talked about was, where is the series going? At the time, the series wasn't even finished. And I said, you know, where is it going? That's what is exciting to me, was telling a long-form story. So we talked about that, where it was going to end, and that was really thrilling to have that conversation.
Action!
Cool thing about this version of the story is that it got to be more serious. I think in my head, the series is much more dramatic, and it certainly has those moments, but when I actually go back and watch it, it's pretty jokey.
There's a lot of goofy moments.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy, which was fine. You know, it was fine for its audience, and we love balancing tones, since it's essentially a story about genocide and world domination and things like this.
And so that conversation went on with Mike and Brian a lot about the questions I had about the show and how we were going to make it older.
Those themes and those core character arcs, they translated over to the film.
What's your name?
That's the really important stuff, and so we're really happy to see that intact.
When I sat down to watch it and understood the mythology even deeper, that there was a deep sense of martial arts in there and what martial arts means. And I study martial arts, and it's a big thing to me. That doubly got me interested. And then the final component, I think, was kind of the whole Shakespearean element that flows through the whole series with the backstory of Zuko and his family and everything, which I just put it over the top for me. And, you know, the classic hero's journey. When I first put the first outline together for the movie, I put everything in. everything that happened in the first season. It was like a 6-hour epic, and they were like, you gotta cut stuff. And I was like, I can't do it. And the reality is, when you tell a story, it's so complex.
Raymond, let him walk into it.
This world, it's so complicated with so many mythologies and so much new concepts being brought to the table. Even the idea of like reincarnation. That's just one of 5,000 things that are in the movie, and you just gotta catch up with that. Hopefully, over the course of, if we have the opportunity to make 3, that I could tell a lot of the great stuff. There's stuff I pulled out from the first season that I said, oh, I'm gonna do that in the next one or the third one.